Hey everyone, welcome to the results video of multiplayer round 49. In this round all the players got a plot with one of their edges raised, as you can see over here. We had 15 completed entries. Sadly one player wasn't able to finish his entry, or maybe the UFO that's on this plot abducted everything that's on it, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll just go through all the plots. I'll start with the one that got last place, and I'll finish by announcing the winner of the round. Okay, in last place we have this entry from the Claude QC. Oh, he does have a nice streak going. So yeah, here's his his laydown coaster. Now, when you make a laydown coaster, it's always a good idea to have the cars under the track for most of the duration of the ride. Lying on your back is quite an awkward position. So yeah, for most of the duration of the ride, guests are actually lying down on their backs here. So yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Yeah, it's a bit of strange color choices, I think. Here's a dark purple track, then here's a black track with blue, and here it's red. Then here's some other colors. Yeah, it all just doesn't really look like it really fits together. It's usually a good idea to try and find some color choices that really go well together. Oh, and this coaster is called COVID-19. That's also nice. Yeah, some different colors. I think they would definitely help. Maybe some of that's awfully bright. Yeah, maybe something like this. I don't know. I think this already looks nicer together. But yeah, also most of the plot is just filled with some trees, some recoloring of the land. These queues aren't decorated very nicely. So yeah, lots of wasted potential in this plot, I think. Alright, the next entry is the one from Doomspell. Doomspell made this very interesting plot. It is actually quite funny to see the guests walking around here and just watching the world burn around them. Yeah, again, very weird coaster with lots of shenanigans, some crazy teleports, some weird merges. Yeah, I think Doomspell would be able to score much higher with if he tries to make his plot look beautiful instead of weird. Again, some rides without which don't have their exits connected. Probably this plot probably makes some guests disappear into a void. Not really sure. Yeah, I saw some of the reviews and a lot of people just thought this was really a really weird plot. Yeah, I kind of agree. I think it's also a bit of wasted potential here, as you get this nice hill and then you just do this with the plot, just a burning plot of land. I think it would have been nice to actually do something with this hill shape instead of just digging it out and filling it with this. But still, very unusual plot. So it's always nice to see something that's completely different. Okay, here's the plot from Tim22Z7. I'll quickly do the cutaway view, just to make it to remove this other stuff that's in the view. So he went for a stand-up coaster. I think it was supposed to be like one from a Japanese park. So the layout of the coaster is actually pretty nice. It goes up the lift hill here. It's a big drop into a loop, helix, and then here's another weird inversion, and then it returns back to the station. I actually kind of like how he did the station here. It's a simple station, but it looks quite nice. I like how he did that here with the wooden coaster track. Landscaping quite sparse. There's lots of trees here and some land recoloration, some bushes, and other than that, just lots of fences. So it's not really spectacular. That's also probably why it's ranked here. I think he decorated it in a nice way. Okay, here's the plot from Safi Adam. He made this desert themed plot. I kind of like how he did the paths here, and I especially like these ruins that he made here. These look really nice. I think it would have been cool if it was a bit bigger scale, maybe some ruins that would span, or like a big palace that would span this entire plot here in the middle. I think that would have made it look a lot more spectacular. Still, I kind of like what he did here. I think this bush is not supposed to be here. Yeah, here's some of these bushes just dispersed throughout the plot. I think these decorations, yeah, they look a bit too regularly dispersed over the plot. Maybe it would have been nice to have some clumps of stuff together rather than just having everything spread out like this. But like I said, I really enjoy these ruins. Also the part over here and over here. I think it would have looked a bit more spectacular if the ruined buildings were a bit bigger. But overall, I think this is a really nice plot. Okay, here's the entry from King Craze Official. He made this launched coaster, which travels around the plot here. I quite like it. It's like an infinity coaster. So it comes out of the station here. Here it gets launched over this hill. And it goes under the Ferris wheel. Then it pops out of the mountain here into this inversion. And here's a little building on top of the hill. Last very fast inversion before it hits the brakes here. Also a launched freefall here. Now when you make a launched freefall, it's usually a good idea to not use the default colors. I mean, well, for this color scheme, I think the default colors actually look quite nice. But yeah, people recognize these default colors. And I think it's much nicer to use colors that you normally don't see. Maybe some yellow would have looked nice on this tower. But yeah, overall I think that again this is a pretty nice plot. My favorite part is actually the supports that he made here for this top hat. That looks really cool. Okay, next up is this plot from Yaron. He made this really nice looking castle. Yeah, I really like the way he did the roofs of this building, but also the buildings itself. Just lots of nice layering. Yeah, I love these different kinds of walls that he combined. Also, I really like how he decorated the side of this castle building, and this gate here also looks really cool. I also enjoy how he put this coaster throughout the plot here. Yeah, it's just integrated really well with the castle. Now, this may not have been the nicest part, because it goes through a door here and then there's a hole in the wall which it passes through. But overall, this just looks pretty nice. Whenever you're building a castle, it's always nice to use different materials together. So, for example, the wood used here for the floor, and the actual castle wall used for the walls, together with these wooden post fences here on the side to work as some nice decoration. So yeah, I think Yaron did an amazing job on this castle. Okay, here's the plot from Lurker. Again, I'm gonna use the cutaway view because there's some stuff in front here. There we go. So yeah, this is his typical style of buildings. Lots of different colors with the round roofs on top. And he also put a coaster all throughout the plot here. It's one of those single rail coasters, but with the spiral coaster cars. That's a really nice combination. And it just travels downwards here through all these helixes. Lots of airtime moments. It's going pretty fast here. I think for most of the ride it has a nice flow. Well, except maybe here at the end with this little hump, then a turn and then a little hump. I think it looks nicer if you avoid having these elements like these. It's much nicer if your drops and hills are actually nice and smooth. But yeah, sometimes it's just not possible to do it in a nice way. But overall, I think this is a nice coaster layout. Landscaping, as usual, Lurker did an amazing job on that. I also like the little buildings here. A nice little pizza place here as well. It's a really cool entry from Lurker. Okay, here's the entry from Raymond L. He made this really cool landscape here with some unusual rides. There's a monster truck ride here which travels through the track and then teleports through this cave. It's called Teleport Hill. There's a train which travels through a tunnel here and then pops out of the ground here again. And there's also a log flume going around which has some unusual behavior. You can see the logs dropping down these waterfalls here, but looks like there's also some trains or some boats in the track which just speed through it at an incredible speed. Not really sure if it's meant to do that. I have no idea why it actually does that. That's some really weird behavior. Very interesting, right? And slightly dangerous as well. Now the roofs here, I do think they look a little bit messy. Not really sure if that's the best way to do this. But overall, it's some nice landscaping here. And like I said, some interesting rides, especially that log flume, which blasts through this plot at lightning speed. Okay, here's the entry from Jay's Tank. He made this entry. It's called the Grand Pupa Hotel and Spa. So it's a nice dinghy slide which travels throughout this plot. You can see one of the boats go around here. Now I love how he decorated these buildings with these plants. This just looks really lush, and love how he mixed in these flowers. That's just a great way to decorate your buildings. This just looks really nice. I think he did an absolute great job here on these, on the foliage. Now, this sign here in the corner, I think it could have used some different colors. These are the default colors for a sign. If they were different colors, I think they would have been integrated into the plot a little bit better. Maybe the sign could have been placed on the side of this building. Maybe with some pink and some yellow. But yeah, that's just a minor thing. I really like the way he did this plot. And like I said, the foliage, it's amazing here. Great job. Okay, here's the plot from G-Dadoi NL. Don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but that's what's written here. Yeah, this is a really good, a really nice landscape. So there's this castle in the corner here. Maybe it would have been nice to extend this wall, this monorail wall a bit more downwards. So there's not this gap here. Or maybe this gap is meant to be here. I'm not really sure. It does allow the guards to look outside. There's also some signs here on this castle that say sign. Might have been a nice idea to, instead of the sign saying sign, maybe it would be nice to have a little pattern here using some special characters. Like, let's do some weird stuff. Plus, I don't know. There's just lots of things you can do. I think that gives a nice pattern for the sign. So let's use this color, something like that. I don't know. I think it's nicer than having the sign say sign. But yeah, I do like the banners on the side of the castle, and I also like the way he decorated it with this dragon texture. Now these buildings that he made on this plot, they're incredible. I love the way they look with their steep roofs, and the wooden walls. The way they're connected with this suspended bridge here. Little cave here. These boats going around and under the waterfall. Yeah, it's just beautiful landscaping in this entry. I think he used the hill structure of the plot very well. Great job. Okay, then we make a small half-point jump in the score. This is the plot from Risiko. Now, I love all the layers he put in this plot. yeah, there's all these nice buildings here. There's this big plaza here using these wooden pieces. I really like how I used all these different colors, all these different shades of brown that this palette gives. And what I really like is that you can actually look under this this plaza and you can see these different tracks, these different rides go around here. I really enjoyed it, but I also really like the way he did the pillars for this plaza. Really nice buildings. I love all the different roof shapes. They're done in a really nice way. I believe these are toilet buildings that he used for the roof. That's pretty cool. And something I also really liked was this haunted mansion that he combined with this mine shaft. I believe one of the first times I saw that was in a contest entry from Swag Titties. But it's nice to see more people do it. I think they combine really well together. Yeah, also some rides going around here. There's these monster trucks. You can see them crawling up here and also going under this plot. And there's one of these old drop towers. I always like seeing those in people's entries. And this one's integrated really well here. Oh yeah, I think Risiko did an incredible job on this entry. Great job. Okay, the next entry is from Rhythm. Now this UFO does not belong to this plot, so I'll just use the cutaway view to quickly hide it. I think Rhythm did an absolutely incredible job on this plot. So it's called Around the World. You can see all these famous sites that you can find all over the world. I believe this is the Statue of Liberty. I love how he actually put the Sphinx behind the glass here to act as the face of the statue. That's really creative. Of course, a big flare here. I believe this is Mount Rushmore here, which he also used Sphinxes for. I believe this looks like a bridge to me, using these Colosseum pieces. The Golden Gate Bridge, Sydney Opera House. I'm not really sure what this represents, but probably one of those famous temples. And of course there's also this coaster traveling through all these sites. Yeah, this was one of my favorite plots. I actually gave it the maximum score myself. I really enjoyed it. It only works from one angle though. If you look from the other angles, well, you can see a big globe here using all these this monorail track. If you look from behind, it's a bit of a mess. And on this side, there's a big tree, it looks like. Again, here in front, it also looks a bit messy. So probably the messy, the parts that are messy are probably what caused people to score it a little bit lower, even though this the score of this plot is still incredibly high. And I have to say, this is one of my favorite plots I've seen people build in multiplayer. This is just insane. So incredible job once again from Rhythm. Great job. Okay, there's just 3 plots remaining. I will first show all of them, and after that I will announce which one is the winner of the round. Okay, here we have the plot from Robbie Hood. He made this Pong plot. So there's these these paddles traveling up and down here, and there's this bumper boat vehicle which bounces back and forth between them. No, I have no idea how he did this. He always uses these great tricks in his entries, and this looks. This is just such a fun thing to watch. When you look from the side, you can actually see the monorail trains bounce back and forth. Also with the bumper boat traveling between them, doing some weird maneuvers. Oh, it actually goes behind here. Oh, that's some interesting trickery. I definitely should check this out sometime in more detail. The rest of the plot also looks really nice. I just love the way he layered these buildings. It's just an incredible way to do your high-rise buildings, and yeah, these layers all work so well together. especially love how he used these signs that are on the building. Also some buildings over here. So the plot is kind of symmetrical, but not fully. There's some there's different style buildings on both sides, but still like sort of the same. So there's the buildings with these pillars. There's some cool stuff below them. There's a pool down here. This looks like a tennis court. Also, I really like that he actually made a diagonal chairlift here. I don't recall having seen other people do that before. I think it works really well. So yeah, definitely a really nice plot from Robbie Hood again. I think he smashed it this round. And it's really nice to see him join a contest again. Great work from Robbie Hood. Alright, here we have the plot from Ulvenwood. He made this really cool plot. Actually, I'm gonna quickly use the cutaway view because it kind of blends in with the plot behind it. There we go. I believe it was inspired by a town in Italy. Not really sure, but this does look like the Italian flag. Yeah, lovely landscape here with all these volcano rocks. I really like the way he did the pier here. Kinda reminds me of the Timeline Park entry from AstroTurf. These buildings, they all look incredible. Just lots of nice layering, lots of little details. I also love all the diagonal parts that he made in this entry. Diagonal buildings are quite difficult to do, but I think Overwood did a really nice job on these diagonal buildings. They just work so well. And of course there's also this coaster traveling throughout the plot. Not really sure if we can see it in action. Ah, there it goes. It actually has the colors of the Italian flag. I think it does look kind of weird with the train being only so short. But of course it's probably all about the colors of the coaster. But yeah, Overwood did an incredible job on this entry. Like I said, these buildings are amazing, and the landscaping also looks really nice. I think he made great use of the Bob Ross palette in his entry. Great job. Okay, and then we get to the entry on the other side. This one's from Multiplayer. Yeah, again, I'm gonna use the cutaway view. Multiplayer sadly left our Discord. I believe it was because he was too tempted to join all our contests, and I think he needed some time for himself. I hope he'll be back soon at some point. But yeah, I'll give him all the time he needs. He did leave us a wonderful plot before he left, so I'm thankful for that. So yeah, this is Mulpio's plot again. Crazy landscaping. I think this contest was really made for Mulpio. So I love the way he did the landscape. This really nice waterfall over here, and all these really beautiful buildings that he put on top. This bridge here over here, it's crazy. I love all these golden colored roofs that he put on top of his entry. He even made a little bell here in this tower. That's just such a cool detail. Yeah, all these roofs are different, but I think they all look really nice. Especially, I think they especially work really well with this color. Kind of looks like gold. Yeah, also a coaster traveling throughout this plot. I love how it travels throughout this entire entry. I love how he layered this track with the. It looks like there's the Limb Coaster track, but with Giga Coaster track right under it, and I think they're a really good combination. So it's really nice to see this coaster travel around here. It's just so well done. And also the foliage in this entry, I think it's brilliant. So yeah, once again, a really great job from Mulpia, and I really hope we can see him back again soon. Amazing job. Alright, it's now time to reveal who is the winner of the round. The winner of multiplayer round 49 is... Robbie Hood. So Robbie Hood got an incredibly high score this round. I believe it was around half a point higher than the others. Yeah, it's just an amazing score, and this Pong display here, yeah, it's just such an incredibly cool trick. Now, after this video, I'm gonna go and find out how exactly he did this, because this is really fun to watch. Well, yeah, many amazing plots in this round. Yeah, just some of them were just crammed with details. It's just incredible to see what you guys cook up every round. So this was a really fun round to watch. Next round is multiplayer round 50. I can't believe we've already gotten this far. So yeah, for round 50 there will be something special in the works again. Alright, I hope you enjoyed all these entries, and I'll see you again in the next video. See you later.